How's it going, guys? It's Abyss Walker here, and welcome to part 1 of my new and improved Dark Souls 1 Let's Play. I ran into some problems with the first one and decided I was just going to play the game through, get a feel for it. And I've been busy as of late, so I apologize for that I haven't been able to get any videos out there, but I'm hopefully going to fix that. And you can probably see up here we're doing Kirito from Sword Art Online, if anybody's an anime fan. I'm playing the night class because it's going to be a quality build, so that for you guys that don't know what that means it's going to be 40-40 in strength and dexterity, and then probably 50-40 in vigor and endurance, and something in vitality, whatever I need. I think I made it look pretty decent. And I've got the Sovereignless Soul for some starting souls. So let's get this going. So just to start things off, this probably isn't going to be a 100% playthrough. I don't by any means know where everything in this game is at the moment, and I'm not a master of any gameplay mechanic. But I like to think I'm pretty good at the game. I've been through it a couple times. I'm on New Game Plus 2 on my original character, and I already have some idea of what weapons I'm gonna use, and as for armor, I have no idea. I don't. There's kind of like a black cloak, I think, at the Faran, like the Abyss Watchers set. And I don't know anything about any like fingerless gloves, but there's plenty of swords to dual wield, and we'll do that. But the knight has some of the easier starting stats and some of the better starting gear. I'm not used to it killing them in one shot. Come back here and grab the soul right here. And longsword has a really cool move set, and it does pretty decent damage for being a straight sword. Straight swords are in a really good place in this game where they do a pretty good amount of damage. Do you drop anything? Get that. Kill this guy. I'll miss that stab. It worked all the way up to there. And kill this guy. This part might be a little tricky. If you guys watched part 1 of my original one, back here was where I walked out, said nope, and turn around, but we're not gonna nope and turn around this time. Try to bait out some of its attacks and then get a couple hits in. I think he might have a follow-up to that, I'm not sure. Watch out for that attack when he does. Okay, so we just staggered him. Oh, I missed though. I wasn't fast enough to get the riposte, but you can stagger him and get a critical attack. Watch out when he rolls because he leaves that little trail behind him, and he'll slam. This bite attack, he's got 2 different bites on it. That tail swipe you can just iframe through, and my character is going to try to kick this giant monster. Why you would see this giant thing and try to kick it is beyond me. There's its breath attack. Oh, I hit the grave thing. That slam's got like a bit of an AoE, and we might miss the riposte again, but yep, I did. He didn't bite me this time though. If you get riposte, this is much easier and much faster. There we go. And Now, if you can, I recommend trying to kill that thing because it gave us a pretty good amount of souls. It gave us some upgrade material. And there's that soul back there as well. But if you can't, there's no shame in running away like I did in my first playthrough. To me, I don't know, in Dark Souls 3, it seemed like they made it to where they don't encourage you to always just run in with your sword swinging. I think they wanted to incorporate some stealth aspects and some stuff where you well, actually, I know for a fact there's something where they wanted you to run away, but they definitely tried to vary up the gameplay. I'm gonna rest with this bonfire, and you get a gesture if you want to for sitting down. Easiest thing you'll get this entire game. Rewarding for sitting. Move down here and try to kill all these guys. Since it takes 2 shots two-handed anyway, I'm just gonna stay one-handed with the shield. I mean, it'll, like I said, 2 shots anyway. Block his first. Now there's that guy coming up. Oh. I cannot get these parries. That's kind of sad. I'll get a backstab. That'll work too. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna come down here first before we go over there. This is where that, oh, there's that guy we just backstabbed. Alright. He'll do some chip damage because our shield doesn't block fire. Kick him off. Kick him off. And get some fire bombs. That was kind of funny, but it serves a little bit of a purpose. If you get that close, sometimes you'll hit them and they fall off, and if you've pressed the button to attack too many times, then you'll fall off the edge with them, and that's no fun. And like I said, it's funny to just kick him off. Plunging attacks are kind of weird in this game. I would suggest just kind of spamming RB or R1, depending on if you're on Xbox or PlayStation. Alright, Ludex isn't too difficult. Now what you can do here is you can attack him before he actually gets up and starts to swing at you. So I'm going to pull the sword out, and I'm going to start to attack him. He's got some pretty wide arcing attacks. That swing that he just did and this stab right here, those seem to be the most common attacks. Now he's changing, so what you want to do is you want to get behind him, and you can get a couple hits on him behind here. Try to roll behind him, because when you're behind him you can't do very much. And that's Ludex Gundyr. Not a very hard boss once you figure out his mechanics. Alright. Let's light this bonfire. And rest. Alright, now let's finish up what I'm going to call the tutorial area. See, I never understood how these characters open these giant doors. Like, you'll see later, it gets pretty ridiculous with like the size of doors that you just push open. A few of them like make sense. He's gonna get up. The best thing to do against these guys is like when their shield's up, okay, you might kick him off the edge too. When they have their shields up, you can press forward and R1 or RB at the same time, and it'll kick them. And usually when they have those little shaky looking wooden shields, it'll knock them out, and it'll knock their guard down, and you'll be able to get a critical attack on them. Just like if you were to parry them, it's the same concept. Now this guy's gonna shoot arrows at us. We're not gonna let him shoot a second. to clear this area out before we actually go into the shrine, Firelink Shrine. You can drop down behind that dog. Like, there's a little way you can drop down right there, but he usually turns around anyway. So taking him head on, especially when you have a shield and he's not going to do very much, is not a terrible idea. And the way you get up is you come around here. Now there's the guy standing up there. We're not going to fight him yet. I want to get the bonfire first, and hopefully this goes pretty well. Ooh, loot. Oh, he dropped the chime for us. Cool. Alright. Now, that right here is where you could have dropped down. Oh, not right there. Right here is where you could have dropped down. It's a good thing nobody's like following. Not yet at least. I really hope like nobody does try to follow this, and I'm like, yeah, jump off here, and they kill themselves. Some people may not mind, but I'm kind of stingy when I'm in Ember form. Like, I don't like dying. Now, I'm not going to cover very much NPC dialogue in this. I'll probably make like lore videos. Now, I'm going to show you guys something cool you can do with souls, because it takes forever to use them. So what you can do is you can go over to this lady, and she just like a merchant, but you can sell your souls for the same amount that it would cost you, you would get for using them. Alright. So I don't really need, I'll get that up to 15, get endurance up to 15, and health vigor up to 14. Ah, I see what's going on. Okay. Vigor is fine. I'm gonna put the 3 point there. I want to even dexterity split. I don't know what that's. I don't know anything about any praise or anything there. Andre, the blacksmith, he reinforces your weapons all the way to +10. You can infuse your weapons. You see, like right here, we've got refined, raw, and fire at the moment. Repairing. Estus, I'm going to go ahead and put that in there because I'm not going to use very much of the weapon art. But having at least one Estus in your Ashen Estus flask isn't a bad idea. And then also, whenever you get the shards, you take them to him. Now, we'll talk to this guy. And he gives you a gesture, but he's kind of an interesting character a little bit later. I don't know too much about him yet, but at this point he's just pretty negative. Go on the left stairs, there isn't anything right there yet, I don't think. Right here, after you've been invaded, you get a chance to drop a seed of a giant tree, and that will make enemies in your world attack invaders. Now, this is a little bit difficult to make, and I'm really bad at it. I'll try one more time, and pretty much all you need to do is you need to run up this tree and then jump to the right, and you can land up on that roof and get access to some pretty good items early on. But it's not an easy jump to make, and I'm not the most skilled at making these jumps anyway. But there is a little bit that makes it worth going up here. I will see you guys when I make that jump, so you're not just... Hi, we're back, and we got... Actually, made the jump the first try after I stopped recording, so that's already a good sign for how this playthrough is going to go. But on this body right here, you get some homeward buns, which can be kind of cool if you want to get out of a sticky situation. Right here, we're just above the shrine. Right here, you have access to the crows. So, for example, fire bombs. You can drop one normal firebomb and get a large titanite shard. I don't think we have anything. A homeward bone, I think you can drop. You get the gesture, and you get those iron bracelets are part of the Solaire set. Here we have a Dark Souls 1 Ember, or not. Solaire's chest. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Alright, we're back. I was dumb and struggling to speak and ended up falling off of this before we needed to. And you drop down there and you get this ring, which gives you more souls for each kill. Now I'm going to drop down here again. And just in case, I'm going to go to the bonfire and rest up. And we can go to... Oh, I should have waited actually, but we can reinforce the Estus flask right here with that Estus shard we got. And then to here you can allot your Estus to put it into your slot, but you have to go and rest at the bonfire to refill that extra flask. Alright, so now you start the game off with 5, so pretty much like you would in Dark Souls 1, so you're at a normal amount of Estus. And now I'm gonna go up here and kill these guys on these stairs again before we fight Katana guy, just in case they decide they want to be a problem. Now I'm gonna try to show you guys a way to cheese the sword master is his actual name, I suppose. He's gonna stick in that stance, so what you can do is you can have a shield up. I might actually have to fight him. Parry. Now what you want to do, when he puts that in his sheath, watch out if you're R1 spamming, because there's a parry that he can use. When it's in the sheath like that, he can parry. That's probably what he's waiting to do. And there's another parry. And there's Swordmaster dead. You get the Uchi Katana and a couple crappy armor pieces. The Uchi Katana, it's a katana returning from the past 2 Souls games. And it's a really strong weapon if you're a Dex build. Dex builds can really have fun. It's got good range, it's got a good moveset. I'm going to level up one more time. Or a couple more times maybe. Yeah, it looks like just a one more time. Put a point into Vigor. I won't do much, but the way you progress is you rest at the bonfire and you travel to the high wall of Lothric. And we will begin the first actual area of the game. So that first area, like I said, I consider it the tutorial. And there's some pretty good stuff you can get. Like you saw, if you can make that tree jump, you can get an ember and some higher level upgrade materials. Those birds are how you get the full sunlight set, including the shield and the sunlight straight sword. I believe that all comes from those crows. Let me take this off. So that'll be the conclusion of part 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the first video, and like I said, I'm extremely sorry I haven't been able to get videos out on a constant basis. I've been really busy, and exams are coming up, so I've been busy with that, and finals as well, now that I think about it. So hopefully I'll be able to get a video out to you guys at least once or twice a week. So remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and take it easy.